Society for Human Resource Management, USA. Just in a brief, just to remind us, the program coming up will be holding November 30th to December 2nd. If you are joining us live, the venue will be Committee of Vice Chancellors, Abuja. If you're joining us online, we'll have two platforms that you can join us from. You can join us from Zoom, or you can join us from YouTube. But we sincerely recommend people joining physically, so as to have the best benefit of what you are coming in for. Okay. In case you have not fully gotten your registration package, like you've not fully registered for this program online, maybe you just saw the flyer somewhere and you paid, you've not really registered. Please, if you've not really registered, go to iipmi.org/pmd/register and then get your official letter that will be addressed to you. Okay. All right. Before, during, and after the program, you wish to communicate with us, our communication details are there. You could send us email at to training@ipmi.org, or you could send us a chat or WhatsApp or call on 0706-262-8598. Before we proceed, let me quickly reiterate that this program, we are providing this program on over 80% discount. We're providing this program on over 80% discount. And what informed our decision on this matter was the fact that we hosted a CSR project, corporate social responsibility project, to ministries, departments, and agencies in Nigeria around June, and then we wanted to extend a good hand to the private sector also, while also harboring the public sector we've had in June, and others who are interested in coming in. All right. Now, that is just a brief. Now, I believe you could still see my screen. This information we've shared in times past. So in case you're joining us for the first time, maybe we'll recommend that you visit our first series on YouTube, find it there. On the workshop content, the program is a 3 days content or 3 days workshop. And the only requirement for certification is that you have to be 100% in attendance and also participate actively. Whether you're attending online or you're attending offline, you must attend. You must participate 100% and participate fully. The workshop objectives are just there on the screen. The contents also are there on the screen. We've reviewed some of these things before in the first series of discussion. The plenary sessions also. So the workshop is going to be taking place in 3 folds. We have the general workshop for everybody. So the general workshop will cover all of these contents that we see here, as overview of contemporary economic realities and agile management development. Now, I would like to say the root objective of what we want to achieve is to get consultants to be much more aware of the current trends in consulting, and for them to also be able to put up or buckle up to address issues in agile environment. Now, if you're new to the consulting environment, that means you're coming up to learn agile consulting approaches. Now, if you look at what we have here, apart from looking at the contemporary overview or having an overview of contemporary economic realities and agile management development, we also look at program design for sustainable development. Anytime you hear the word sustainable development, it is synonymous to talking about flexibility and also driving agility, or using agile approaches to drive economic growth and development, or perhaps growth and development, be it economic or not. Now, apart from that, we'll also look at advanced strategic planning, and then there are 4 to 5 key elements here that every one of us as consultants must pay attention to. The program design, how to design programs for consulting, and then strategy planning, agile management development tools. We'll be looking at how to use research, merchant evaluation, and other agile development tools to consult in current time. And then we also look at policy and strategy administration in the agile approach. We also look at the agile HR strategies. And then importantly, we look at value innovation for sustainability. And then we look at emotional intelligence. Please, it's important for us to note that this particular workshop is a blend of both the private sector and the public sector. So the platform will also serve as opportunity to drive private public sector partnerships and opportunities for participants concerned. So we are going to have a general workshop. All the contents, the general workshop are here. And then we also have what we call specialized sections. So the class or the workshop will be divided into two during the specialized sections. The specialized sections we have for top management or senior management. So all those in the fellow category, they will be in one side. Then we'll have the full members or those in senior management one side, and they'll have the middle management and the associate level in one side. So we have two specialized sections, and our specialized sections will be running for out of the 3 days, we'll have 2 days for specialized section. But we'll have general sections every day. And then we'll also have what we call plenary section. The plenary session is a time of general discussion, so everybody's involved. And we'll have 3 sections in the plenary sections. We'll have exploring public-private opportunities for sustainable development. And then we'll have discussing the public procurement acts, the role of public and private sectors. And then we'll have import-export opportunity, business opportunities in Nigeria. Why this workshop will be preparing us for career opportunities for those who are also exiting the service, especially those who are in public service, exiting the service, directors specifically. It also prepares them for post-service opportunities. Okay. So if you're still in career, it prepares you for career purposes. If you're into private practice, it prepares you for private practice purposes. If you're exiting the service, it will prepare you for that also. In fact, we'll have one of our fellows who is a director that will be exiting the service November 30th. And he also has a lecture with us November 30th. So after he exits service, he will come and tell us service experience. So all of these discussions will help us. Those who want to go into public consulting, you want to partner with government in consulting and all of that. Through the discussions, you will know how. Those that want to go into importation and exportation of products and services, through discussions on the plenary sessions, you will also get to know that. The truth is, there are several opportunities around Nigeria, around Africa, and around the globe, which we need to have access to. So in the plenary sections, we discuss that. Each day we'll have 1 hour of plenary section. We have 2 hours, 30 minutes of specialized sections, and then we'll have 2 hours of general class, okay? So these are the discussions we'll be having in the specialized sections for the senior management. And please, let me also say, for the purpose of those that might not be joining us in class, please, the only classes will be streaming live are the general classes. For specialized classes, we won't be streaming them. Okay, we won't be streaming general classes. The only classes will be streaming live. Sorry, we won't be streaming specialized classes, rather. The only classes will be sections will be streaming live at the general workshop sections. So you have 8 workshop sessions, and then we'll have 3 plenary sections that will be streaming live. But for the specialized sections, we might not be streaming those ones live. The networking sessions, we won't be streaming them live. So we'll actually encourage us to be on ground. But for reasons where you might not be available, you might not have access to this specialization. That's what it means. Okay, so these are the methodologies we'll be using for the presentations. We'll have lectures, discussions, brainstorming, presentations, and then others. The target audience remain the public sector directorate cadre officers, top business executive, MD CEOs, entrepreneurs, consultants, career persons from Africa and around the world. There had been this news flying around that Abuja is not safe at the moment, security-wise. In fact, we've had some of our international participants send us letters from their own embassies saying that people shouldn't go to Nigeria. Now, well, for me, myself and I, and my colleagues, we are in Abuja, and I know quite a number of us are in Abuja. Abuja is as calm as anything. Okay, I don't see any security problem at the moment. So if you wish to come into Abuja, you're welcome. Now the fees still remain and the criteria for induction. Now, please, this place is very, very important, not just for the fees, but for the criteria. Now, if you are going for fellowship, the criteria is that you must have at least a first degree or a HND or equivalent with a minimum of 20 years working experience, and then you get to attend the induction, whether you attend online or offline, or perhaps if you've attended any other IPM program, certification program, and you just want to come for your induction, then you could just present your certificate and then attend the induction, all right? Now, when you have that criteria met, and then you qualify for fellow, you're expected to pay a token of 100 Naira or $240. Now, question is, where is the 80% discount coming from? And I'm going to give you a very thorough breakdown so that you get to understand that. Now, for the expected certifications we are giving 3 certificates at the end of the day, or 3 certifications at the end of the day. Now, for the certified management consultant, before you become a certified management consultant in IPM, we have 2 levels. You have the associate level, which is 125,000, and then you have the senior level or the lead level, which is 175,000. That's if you are attending online. Now, if you are attending the program offline, instead of 300,000 online, you get to pay about 375,000 for offline classes, right? To be able to become a certified management consultant at lead level. Now, if you take 300,000 as your benchmark for certification only, then the second one is the mini MBA. Our mini MBA program is 750,000. So if you add it, it's about 1.05 million. And then the fellowship only, to become a fellow in IPM only, is 150,000. So by the time you add it, is close to 1.2 million, right? That's 1.2 million. So if you take 80% out of it, you will still find that you have enough change left for you. And if you want to find out if what we are telling you now is true or not, just wait till our next calendar is out next year, and then you tell us that you want to become a chartered management consultant, then we'll give you the fees. All right. Now, if you want to become a full member, the minimum requirement is that you must have at least 11 years work experience with a first degree and a HND, right? Now, there are situations also we give waivers. Now, if you don't have a degree or a HND, but you have OND, you have NCE, you have other professional certifications that can be counted. Let's assume you have your ICANN at fellowship level, then we can also accept you as a fellow using your ICANN. If you have your CIPM, if you have your some other recognized and accredited certifications of fellowship, we also accept irrespective of your degree. Okay. Now, the same thing applies for the full member, and the same thing applies for the associate. Now, for the full member, you get to pay 90,000 or $220, and then the certification still remain as that of a fellow, right? Now, for associate member, you pay 80,000, but your certification is a little different. So you get the certified associate management consultant. All right, and then you get a mini master's, and then you get your associate membership certification. And you need to have a minimum of 4 years working experience and up to a maximum of 10 years working experience before you could be able to qualify for that. Now, all of the standards we're using, they are internationally approved standards. And like I said earlier, we are accredited under the national laws of the Federal Republic of Nigeria and in line with the Nigerian Council for Management Development. If you look at the bodies, professional bodies in Nigeria, there are standards for fellowship. Okay, fellowship is not a title. Full membership is not a title, and being an associate is not a title. What I'm saying this is we've received a whole lot of people sending us messages to say, I am a fellow in another organization, and why can't I be a fellow in IPM? I have 15 years work experience, so why can't I be a fellow? Now, why I am not going in any way to make any derogatory statement, but what we always ask for is send us your CV. Let's find out how accredited the institutions that give you fellowship, how accredited they are. If they are approved by the Federal Republic of Nigeria and they are accredited according to international laws, why not? We will accept you as a fellow, but not on the number of years of experience. Now we are accepting you based on international or perhaps based on other fellowship that you have that are accredited, right? Or other membership that you have that are accredited. All right. So we will take that as a waiver. All right. But principally, let me say that fellowship or becoming a fellow is not a title. There are responsibilities that goes with fellowship or becoming a fellow. There are responsibilities that go with becoming a full member, because one of the things we've observed generally in the professional training industry is that some people just get the title and then they are off. There is what we call mandatory development program, mandatory continuous development programs. As a fellow, you continuously develop yourself, and there are programs you must attend. Okay, not that tomorrow when they tell you, okay, there is a fellowship, there are program for fellows, you say, no, you didn't sign up for that. So there are things that must be followed accordingly. All right. So if you have questions on this, feel free to ask us, and then we will answer you accordingly. Now, for members, people who are members already, please note that your own fees are a little different. For members, your fee is $75,185. And for all members from 2015 to 2021, okay, will be receiving the certified agile management consultant. Now, after your CMC, there is still another higher level that is called the agile management consulting. And for those who have already done their CMC certification, they get to go for agile management certification. Now, even if you did not do your CMC with IPM, but you've done it with an accredited institution, you can also notify us so that instead of duplicating the CMC for you, then you can go for what you rightly need to have at the right time. And then you also have your mini masters. Okay, all the fees here we cover for course materials, tea and coffee break, lunch, workshop bags, certificates, group photographs, and other logistics. Let me quickly say that your course materials are soft copies, all right? Okay, your tea and coffee break, they are hard copies. Lunch is hard copy. Workshop bag is hard copy. Certificates will be both soft and hard. Your mini MBA is soft copy. For your fellowship or your membership is hard copy and soft copy. Your CMC is hard copy and soft copy, but mini MBA is only soft copy, please. Your group photographs are soft copies. However, if before the program you want the photographer to, the photographer to get you hard copy, that is a different negotiation you could have. And then other logistics that come by. Now, waivers are consideration. Issue number one, I have less than 20 years experience, but more than 15 years experience. What waiver can I get to become a fellow? Okay, I think I've answered that. So if you have fellowship certifications in other organizations and you have professional certifications alongside with the fellowship that qualifies you, if you've attended senior level certifications, you've already been you've attended to the level of fellow, okay, why not? We can give you a waiver, all right? Sometimes, was it this year or last year, we heard of a 17-year-old boy that became a fellow of ICANN. That sounded crazy, but he has done his due diligence and is qualified. So you cannot deny him that. So if you have, if you've done your certification programs to senior levels and you have fellowship in other organizations that are accredited, why not? We give you also the opportunity. Now, issue number two is that I have 10 years experience. What waiver can I get to become a full member? I think the same thing applies. Okay, same thing applies. Now, this is one of the places we've received a number of questions. How do I get chartered? And what's the difference between becoming certified and becoming chartered? Now, the Integrated Institute of Professional Management is not a regulatory body, so we don't have the legal right to issue charter, or a charter can also be called a license, right? But what we've done is that we partner with another organization that is chartered, and there is an international organization, they call it the Chartered Institute of Management Consultants USA, right? So if you want to be chartered internationally, we help you get your chartered certification from CIMC USA. Now, what are the requirements? First of all, IPM is accredited by CIMC, and IPM is also a country representative of CIMC. So we run CIMC programs in IPM. All IPM programs are accredited for CIMC certifications and charter, right? Now, to qualify for CIMC certifications, one is that you must attend IPM programs and induction. That's to qualify for both chartered certification and chartered membership. And then you apply for the chartered certifications through IPM. The certification is prepared, or the charter certification and the chartered membership are prepared by the CIMC USA, and they are dispatched to us in Nigeria. And we dispatch to the individuals who have indicated interest in those areas. Now, for CIMC fees, please note, we don't accept CIMC fees in Naira because the money is not for us. The money goes to CIMC USA. We only collect and then remit to them. Okay, we only collect and remit to them. The money is not ours. And based on the fluctuation of dollar, we don't really want to collect Naira. Last year, we collected Naira and we had to, there were some sort of fluctuations, and we had to pay with our own money because we cannot come back to people that made payment and say, no, the money you paid is no longer what it is, it has changed. So we don't want that. So if you want to pay, we just advise you, use your normal Naira card or whatever card in whichever country you're joining us from, and then pay online. We'll receive the dollar equivalents and remit the same to CIMC, and then the certifications will be processed and sent down to Nigeria. Now, if you're going for the Chartered Management Consultant, CHMC, if you're going for the Chartered Management Consultant, the certification is $300. Please note, this is on discount, okay? I will take us to the CIMC website, then you see what their fees are. And then you understand that this is a serious discount that they're actually doing. This is the first, in this year, we've not even collected CIMC, or we've not processed any CIMC certification this year because of the high level of fluctuation of dollar, and also trying to reach an agreement on levels of discount that should be prevailing for those of us coming from Africa, okay? So if you want to become a Chartered Management Consultant, the fee is $300. If you want to become a Chartered Fellow also, the fee is $300. You want to become a Chartered Member of CIMC, the fee is $250. And then if you want to become a Chartered Associate, the fee is $200. Now, if you are paying for the certification and the membership, then you get a $50 discount. So if you're paying for chartered management consultant and fellow, then you get $550 instead of $600. But please note, as an associate, okay, you get $450. Okay, and then okay, so you have $550, $500, and $450. So if you're going for the chartered management consultant plus chartered fellow, that would be $550. If you're going for the chartered management consultant and chartered member, that is $250. If you're going for the chartered management consultant and chartered associate, that would be $450. But please note, if you're going for chartered associate, your certification will be chartered associate management consultant, not chartered management consultant. I think that's what I wanted to clarify. Okay, so if you want this, you make your payment, and then it takes about 25 days to arrive Nigeria. Okay, it takes about 25 to 30 days to arrive Nigeria. Whenever it arrives Nigeria, we send to your location. And once again, please note, we are not responsible for dispatch to different locations. Participants or certificates are responsible for their dispatch. All right. Okay. Now, apart from management consulting, if you have done other programs with IPM and you want to be chartered, you can also go ahead and apply such. You can apply to be chartered as a project manager, as a global HR manager, as a business development consultant, as a corporate governance consultant, emotional intelligence consultant, executive leadership development consultant. You can apply to be chartered in any of these, provided you have undertaken the trainings and you have your certification. Now, for the fees and payments, all payments should be made to the UBA account then. Now, all dollar transactions, please, should be made through the secured Paystack link. Okay, just pay with your bank card. Don't be afraid. Your account won't be hacked. Okay, Paystack is a trusted online platform. At least they collaborate with Stripe. So it's been years we've been using Paystack, and there had been no challenge for once. All of our international students use Paystack for their payments, and most of the Nigerian students who wish to assess their chartered certifications, they also pay through them. However, if you're in Abuja and you want to pay cash, you can bring the dollar to our office, or you can take the dollar to any of our dollar accounts and pay. Then we withdraw accordingly and send to CIMC. All right. Please, for every payment you make, ensure to send your proof of payment to finance@iipmi.org. Okay. Now, another question we've received in time past is, what's this whole MBA all about? I have my PhD. Do I still need a MBA? I have my master. Do I still need a MBA? Well, it all depends. So on the screen, you see what the mini MBA is all about. A mini MBA is a short-term certification offering that provides an overview of everything you might learn in an MBA program in a short period of time. This often takes what you might learn throughout a full graduate program and transforms it into 40 hours of learning. Some program offers these 40 hours in a week program or fewer hours over several weeks. Many MBAs are often, please, this is where I want us to pay attention to. Many MBAs are often taken by professionals hoping to expand their business knowledge, skills, and competencies within a short duration. So let's assume you don't have all the resources to go for a full MBA. You don't have all the time to go for a full MBA. Then a mini MBA is the best offer for you. Now, you have a PhD does not mean you can't get a mini MBA. And getting a mini MBA in a time as this, in a time where agile learning approaches and agile development is what everybody's talking about, is a good offer for anyone who understands it. Universities as Oxford, schools as Lagos Business School, schools as Edinburgh, and several others around the globe. These are the anchor programs they are running, because they are things you can do in few hours, in few weeks, in few days, and not just that you have a certification, but you have the relevant knowledge, you have the relevant skills, you have the relevant competencies to prove for it. And there's a research that actually shows in recent time that there had been more people, or employers are hiring more people with the mini MBA programs than the full MBA programs. Okay, I'm not saying they are paying them the same thing, and I'm not trying to compare a mini MBA to a full MBA. A full MBA still remains a full MBA, but a mini MBA grants you the opportunity to do or to get to learn what you got to learn faster, within the shortest time, within the minimum cost, and then having the right certifications, right? Is it a degree? No, it's not a degree. Okay, it's just a certification. All right, awards. Some of us might be interested in awards. It is always in our nature. Every induction, we get to give awards to those who have done well in their own fields, who have contributed immensely in national development. So we have 8 categories of awards that will be running in this particular induction. So we have the National Transformational Leadership Award, which we have 6 slots, 3 goes to the public and 3 goes to the private. And it's only for the senior management. Okay, so if you're in middle management, that's not for you. And then we have Honorary Fellowship Award, which also goes for senior management. So we have 10 slots from both public and private sector. Honorary Fellowship simply tells the level of distinction you've achieved through professional development, and how you have been able to apply that in supporting growth and development, be it at national levels, corporate levels, or personal levels. Then you also have the Distinguished Consultant of the Year Award. We have 2 slots there. You have the associate level and you have the senior level. For associate, you must have at least 5 years experience to become a distinguished man, and you must have proof track record of what you've done. And then for the senior level, you must have at least 10 years and with also track record of what you've done. You have the HR professional, the same thing. You have the associate, and you have the senior. And please note, you must have the requisite certifications in these areas, like the consulting, the HR, the project management. You have the requisite certifications that qualifies that yes, you have the competency to be called in that order of award. Now, for organizations, we have Service Excellence and Quality Award, which is only 1 slot. So here we are much more interested in how organizations have, through agile approaches, improved on service excellence and quality. So I will give them that also. Now, for enterprise innovation, still talks about how organizations through agile approaches have made their organization better. And then we'll have the CEO of the Year Award. The CEO of the Year Award doesn't really matter your number of years or how long you've been a CEO. The CEO of the Year Award simply deals with how the CEO that is creative, a CEO that is agile, and there approves that he had produced results. Okay, the CEO. So now to nominate, you go to ipmi.org/nominate. You can nominate yourself, you can nominate organizations, and you could nominate any other person, provided they are qualified. Nomination ends on Friday, 25th November, 2022. Now, there are other aspects of this nomination. Maybe I'll have to go to the website to get us to see some of these things. Let me quickly share something from the website. Okay, so some of these things. Okay, so this person here, this the current Director General of National Productivity Center. So I think it was last year he received the Honorary Fellowship Award. And this year he received the National Transformational Leadership Award here. Now, what are the processing fee? I think this is where I want to go to. If you are going for National Leadership Award, you think you are qualified for that, the processing fee is 150,000 naira or $360. So it covers for all of the award processing and every other thing that goes with it. If you're going for honorary fellowship, it's 100,000 naira or 240. If you're going for distinguished consultant of the year, HR professional of the year, or project manager of the year, for the senior level is 100,000, and for the associate levels, 75,000. Please note these are independent of or exclusive of your workshop attendance fee and your certification fee. So if you're interested in the awards, or you know people that are interested. Now, for service excellence, corporate is 150, and it can only go for one organization. And enterprise innovation can only go for one organization, and CEO of the year can only go for one person. So any of this is 150,000. Okay, and nomination ends by November 25th. So as to help us process the awards and not come that day and tell you that we are still working on it. Okay. All right. Now for sponsorship, and this is where I'm rounding up right now. For sponsorship, we welcome sponsors to also have the benefit of the program. The benefit of sponsorship cannot be overemphasized. At least you get to have the opportunity to improve your brand. Remember that whatever thing we're doing both locally and internationally. So you get the opportunity to improve your brand. You get the opportunity to boost your company's profile. You get the opportunity to create opportunity to market to those that make economic decisions. Most of the people that will be attending the induction will be directors or those in the directorate cadre and those in top management levels in the organization. So you get the opportunity to meet them, sell your product or create network with them. Okay, so build a quality network, get quality contacts, opportunity to get government endorsed recommendations, opportunity to get your staff trained and inducted free of charge. So by the whatever fee you pay, there are some staff allocated for every sponsorship level. And then you also get the opportunity to get us, help you market to over 5,000 subscribers. And of course, all the brochures distributed to all the MDs in Abuja, Nigeria, and then other companies. So we have 4 levels of sponsorship. We have the platinum sponsor for 1 million naira or $2,400 only. You have access to 5 of your executives can attend at no extra cost. They will enjoy all the benefits associated with the program, also get certified and inducted. And then you get to have a booth with your roll-up banner for networking sections. So you have 15 minutes presentation to participants, so 5 minutes per day for the 3 days. You have continuous display of your 1-minute company video ad all across. And then you have your company to participate as a lead in all the plenary sections, complimentary advertisement on Institute's brochure, and sponsorship link that you get to go home with and also participate and get to have all the participant costs that for your marketing purposes. Then you have the diamond sponsor, $750 or $1,800. So you have 3 of your executives, and you have a booth, you have 10 minutes, and everything follows. For gold sponsor, you have 2, with gold sponsor is 500,000 or $1,200. Then you get to have 2 of your executives, a booth, 10 minutes, and everything that follows. Then you have the ruby, which is 250,000. So you get to have 1 of your executives to join us. Then you have 10 minutes presentation. You might not get a booth because of only one of executives to be attended. So one executive doesn't need a booth, all right? But if you want to have a networking space, we'll create that for you, okay? Then you have every other thing that follows. Now, other important details that we must bring to your notice. Please be reminded that data capturing and payments ends November 23rd to help us with certification processing and okay. So someone said my screen is not moving. So please let me move the screen again. Please kindly confirm that you can see my screen on other important details. If you can see my screen, please kindly type 11. If you can see something else, just type 00. If you can see my screen, type 11. If you're seeing something else, please type 00. Okay, thank you. So payments and capturing ends November 23rd. Now, every other payment after 23rd, please note, you might not be able to get your certificate that same day, and then you might not be able to get your face on the album. Okay, so payments after 23rd simply means you might not get your certificate that day. And please note, delay in certification will not be attributed to 5 p.m. So if you came in from outside of Abuja and your certification is not ready because of late payment, you will still be responsible for the dispatch whenever it's ready. Okay. Payments and data sent after November 23rd, 2022 might not have their faces on the photo album, and there might be delay in certificate processing. Online participants will be responsible for cost of dispatch of their certifications to their various locations. All participants are expected to subscribe to our YouTube channel to ensure live updates, and all payments must be sent, all proofs of payment must be sent to finance@ipmi.org. And this is all we have for you today. So if you have a question, now you can just raise your hand and ask us your question. But while you're doing that, let me quickly put this up in the chat room. Please, questions, we'll take them right now. Okay, please, coordinator, can you unmute the hand up so that we get to hear you?
Mobolaji Olaye, you can unmute and ask your question.
Hello, good afternoon, Pastor.
Good afternoon, sir.
My name is Mobolaji Johnson Olaye.
You're welcome.
I received a letter on my mailbox letting me know that I'm qualified for fellowship. And then the price was actually stated as 150,000 naira. But then yesterday, I heard on the radio, I think some of the organizers came to Nigeria Info. So I listened and I got the details that fellowship fellow will actually be allowed to pay 100,000 naira.
Okay.
Then that was the platform I got the website. So I logged onto the website yesterday and I saw that the actual price is actually 150,000 naira, but discounted price for the fellowship data is 100,000 naira. So my question then is this: will I be allowed to pay 100,000 naira, considering the fact that the mail sent to me was that I'll be paying 150,000?
Okay, thank you so much, Mr. Mobolaji Olaye. Okay, so we've actually clarified that today. I don't know if my screen is visible from your location where you see fees, certifications, and membership. If it is visible there, you will see that the discounted fee is 100,000, but the actual fee for fellowship is 150. So you are allowed to make your payment of 100,000. Okay, you're allowed to make your payment of 100,000. Okay, so I believe this is clear enough. And thank you also for tuning into Nigeria Info yesterday. Thank you. Okay,
So, Mr. Sunday Oxford, please unmute and ask your question or make your contribution.
Good evening, all.
Good afternoon,
Hello?
sir. Please. Yeah, good afternoon, sir.
Okay. Good afternoon. Sorry, I came in like 30 minutes late.
You're welcome.
My question briefly is, I'm already a member. I got inducted last year, December, as a full member. So yeah, I've received a series of mail concerning the induction. Now, I'm just wondering, right, as an existing member, how does this induction concern me?
Okay.
Yes.
Okay. Thank you so much. Can you see my screen on members fee?
Yes, like this certification and all that. I have the certificates already. So
I'm not talking about, can you see the screen where I am currently, where you see members fee, 75,000?
Yes, yes.
Okay,
yes.
okay. So if you are there, that's good. Okay, so number one, as a member, you are to attend annual mandatory continuous development programs to keep your membership renewed annually. That's one. That is a requirement for all professional bodies that are accredited and they know what they're doing. So if you're a member, it simply means you have the obligation of attending at least once in a year one of the conferences. You have to attend one. Okay. And then apart from that, yes, you have been certified as a management consultant last year. But if you are attending this year, you get to have also a new certificate, an updated or perhaps an advanced certificate that you had last year. So you have the certified agile management consultant, and then you also get to have a mini master's alongside with it. And I'm sure you've not had the AGMC certificate, all right? So next year, you also, it's just a routine assignment, and that's why they call it continuous professional development. And that was where I was trying to make some explanation earlier. Some people, when they get to have the certificate, they think they are done. No, in professional environment, when you get your certificate, that's when your journey begins, because every year you must attend at least one workshop, one conference, or one a combination of both workshop and induction. Now, for you, the induction is not for you. The induction is for new members, but the workshop is for everybody. I hope you understand that, Mr. Sunday. So the workshop is general to everybody, but induction is only for new members who are coming in. And that's why the fees are not the same. So members have their own discounted fee, and new members have their own discounted fee accordingly. Mr. Oxford, I believe that is explanatory enough.
It's very clear now. It's very clear.
All right. Thank you so much, sir. All right. Thank you. Can we have the next person?
Please, Mr. Roger Abang, unmute and let's hear from you.
Okay, good afternoon, everybody.
Okay, Dr. Roger.
Yes, can you hear me?
Yes, please go ahead, sir.
Okay, thank you very much for the explanations. I think it answered a lot of my questions. I think the first one was that I have a fellowship, even though I didn't update it on my CV that I sent in, because I just reckon that since I had just less than 20 years qualification for fellowship, so I applied for full member, but I have a professional fellowship of the West African College of Physicians, meaning that I'm qualified to be appointed as a consultant in any of our tertiary centers, but I didn't apply for fellowship because I had less than 20 years. I think your explanation explains it, but I had already paid for full member.
Okay.
I don't know if that can be adjusted. That's the first. Second, I see that the materials will be sent physically. Does that include the bag and the gown, or we are supposed to pay separately for those?
Okay. Thank you so much, Dr. Roger. Please kindly update your CV with that particular fellowship and then send to us, and then we will get back to you on that. I don't think we need to say too much. The body in question is a global body, so you can just update your CV, send to us, and then update your payment for fellowship. That's all you need to do. Now, we don't issue gown, like we don't give away gown. You only wear the gown on the induction day. After the induction, you remove our gown and give us. Okay, so the gown is not taken away. Okay, then apart from the gown, every other thing comes inside the bag. But you're in Nigeria, I would recommend you be in Abuja. Okay, it will be of help. Okay, so then the bag, and every other thing except for the food will be sent to you, but the cost of will be borne by you. But please remember, the gown is not taken away. So you only wear the gown on induction day. After that, you remove the gown and.
Okay, Doc, I'm actually in Abuja presently, but for that date, I already have a prior security training that will take me out of Abuja.
Okay.
So that's why. But can I suggest that IIPM make the gowns available for members? Because I know that other fellowships that I belong, when we have annual conferences, everybody comes with a gown and there's a procession. It makes it very colorful.
Yeah.
It shows difference for those who are members and those who are not. Some of us, if I were in Abuja, I would have come with my family to the induction and all of that. It makes it quite interesting. I think IIPM should consider that as part of the package going forward.
Thank you so much, Dr. Alban, because one of the reasons why we have not is just for cost effectiveness. But moving forward, we'll definitely have to get everybody to be on their own gown. For the purpose of cost effectiveness, we just try as much as possible to make sure that the gowns available will just be used for the purpose and then kept. But hopefully, we have the College of Fellows, so we also have the alumni board, so they can put up movement in that area. Thank you so much, Doc. Okay, let's go to the next person, please.
Mr. Victor, please, let's have your contribution or question. Mr. Victor. Go ahead, please.
Hello.
Yes, please.
Hello, sir.
Good afternoon.
Are you hearing me?
Yes, we can hear you, please.
My name is Victor.
Yeah, go ahead. Okay, welcome,
Last
Mr.
year,
Victor.
thank you so much. Last year, I applied for fellowship, but I was given a full membership.
Okay.
When I inquired, I was told that as at that time, I was not up to 1 year. The balance should just be there. So my question is, how do I go about it this time?
Okay.
Last year, I applied for fellowship. I was given full membership on the ground that I was not up to 1 year. I was told, do I need a refund? I said, no, I don't need a refund yet. But this time now, I'm asking, how do I go about the fellowship?
Okay, so
Why still
last
say
year
the current
you had just 1 year to be able to become a fellow, right? You had 1 year.
membership, 1 year membership? That I'm not up to 1 year in the institute.
I think the criteria was you had 1 year shortage to become a fellow. That was the challenge. So we said in the
Okay.
next 1 year, you should be qualified for fellowship.
Okay.
Yes. So now that you're qualified. So what you need to do is just to update your CV and then send to us. Okay. Just send to us your updated CV. And then what you need to pay is you pay the members fee and then you request for the upgrade. Then your certificate will be upgraded, your membership will be upgraded accordingly. There is no extra fee for that.
Okay. So just pay the membership fee and then request for upgrade, sir.
Yes, request for upgrade.
Okay. Thank you, sir.
You're welcome, sir. Thank you so much.
Yes, sir.
Okay.
So, Mr. Bolaji Olaye, may we have you, please? Mr. Bolaji.
Good afternoon once again.
Good afternoon, sir.
Thank you. Part of the letter that was sent to me, it was clearly stated that I can't come with my family member. But then, now that I have the chance to ask, I'd like to know why. And then, could that be waived? That's one question. My second question is, from your presentation, sir, a lovely presentation, if I may say.
Yeah.
From the presentation, I could see that being a full member is a prerequisite to becoming a chartered management consultant.
That's right.
The question now is, can I make the payment for the chartered management consultant, considering that I'm just about going in for fellowship this year?
Okay.
Thank you.
Yeah, why we actually brought up the case of being chartered is some people might want to get their charter certification this year. Okay, it's actually, I think we need to apologize that we didn't bring it up on time. We were just considering the economic realities across the countries of the globe. So we didn't want to put. Some people actually started asking us, how do they go about, they want to get their charter this year and all of that. That was why we put that as part of this presentation. So if you want to get your own chartered certification and maybe membership this year, you can go ahead and pay for it. But it 5 to 30 working days before it comes to Nigeria. So anytime it drops in Nigeria, it's our responsibility to now send it to your location. If you're in Abuja, you can pick it in the office. If you're outside of Abuja, then you'll be responsible for the dispatch to wherever you are.
That's clearly noted.
And then on the issue of you can't come with your family, okay, please, let's clarify that. For family matters, on the induction day, you can come with them. But during the workshop, you can't come with them in the workshop. So induction is just less than 3 hours in the whole, about, I think 8 hours per day. So about 24 hours, but induction is just like 3 hours. So if you want them to be in the induction, maybe you want to snap with them, have some refreshment with them, your family, we'll tell you to invite them from around 2 p.m. when we have the break that will take us to the induction proper. So from 2 to 6 p.m., they are all the whole merriment, they can come. But for the workshop, we listed in the workshop, but they can join in the celebration of the induction.
That's perfectly understood. Thank you so very much.
Thank you so much. I appreciate it. Thank you.
Dr. Emmanuel Chenge, could you please kindly mute action?
No. ED and
Good
Tim.
evening.
Good evening, please.
Thank
Sorry,
you,
I
sir.
joined the meeting late.
It's all right, sir. You're
Um,
welcome, sir.
So we caught on quite a number of things, and by the time I saw it, it was well spent. But I'm happy with what I've heard and all of that.
It's one understanding.
Like my one person did mention, I have been looking seriously towards this program, and I work for National Agency for Control of AIDS.
Definitely.
Yes, and 1st December is internationally recognized as World AIDS Day.
That's true.
And the activities are 1 week before.
Yeah.
And it's such a crowded thing because all our international partners are both in Geneva and around are in to participate. And the program is so crowded. I've been looking at the program of events you have earmarked, and I'm gradually discovering that it has coincided at every point with part of my participation in the activities of our day that is very dear to each and every member of staff of this office. So I'm quite taken aback at what I need to do. But so my question is, I can still go ahead and pay for my fee because I need a renewal. I'll still do that. But as for my full participation, I may not be in a position to fully participate as I had planned and you had expected me to do. Because I'm aware that you have sent another letter to me about what a paper presentation I needed to do. But these are my current challenges. But I want to assure you that I'll make my payment available to enable me have a renewal of my certification.
It's all right, Director.
Yeah.
I just remember that the last time we had a visit to your office, you actually mentioned that.
Yeah.
The World AIDS Day.
Yes, and of course I shared your invitation to my director's career staff, but they are also caught up in the same way.
I see.
Yes, and because the ceremony involves almost all directorate level from chiefs up. There are 50 roles. Some are for radio programs through the week. Some are from quite a number of things. As I speak to you, we are still in the office and there are quite a number of meetings going on. Quite our international partners, stakeholders that are in town that will be meeting with them. So I feel very pained and constrained, but I think I need to bring that up.
But I think we are much more pained.
Yes.
Thank you so much, Director, for that
Thank
update.
you. Thank you.
Yeah, there must be a way out. Okay, I think, should this be the last comment we're having today? Okay, do we have 8? In the next 5 minutes, we'll be done. Wow, in the next 5 minutes, we should be done. Okay, so I have some coming from Chisom. She said, please, on the dinner night, please, on what date is the dinner night and the dress code? Okay, so we inform you, we inform you of all of those ones via email. So the dinner night is on the last day of the event. But when we say dinner night, it's not night vigil, so that we don't get it twisted. The dinner night, a little space into the night. So instead of closing by 5, we might end up closing by 6. That's just the dinner night, all right? Will inform us about dinner night. Please come with your wine. Come with your wine. Everybody come with your wine. By yourself, all right? Okay, thank you so much, Chisom, for calling our attention to that. Okay, any other question, contribution? Okay. Somebody say wine or wife. Okay, come with both. Okay, come with both your wine and your wife or your husband. Okay, to avoid trouble, come with both. Okay, so this is going to be the last for the day. So let's have Mr. Chisom is asking wine, right? Okay, so if you have a husband and he's within Abuja, feel free to come with him alongside with the wine. So if you're two, come with 2 bottles of wine. If you're one, come with 1 bottle of wine. The whole wine, why not? Okay, so please let's hear from you, Mr. Nnamdi and Nene.
Okay, good evening. Good evening, sir.
Good evening, sir.
All right, thank you so much for the presentation. This is actually my first time of speaking up in this session. The last one I wasn't able to attend, so I'm glad I'm here. So far, so good. I've been enjoying the mails. I've been reading the mails that you normally send, you yourself and Mr. Austin, reminders for the program. Okay, and I'm glad I've been able to make my payment for the program. But a little bit of challenge is that I'm actually far away from Abuja, and looking at my itinerary, I may not be disposed to come down to Abuja for the program. So I just want to at least to be sure that some of us who will be participating online will be catered for, you know, virtually in every way that we can join. I know the only thing we might have to miss out more should be the lunch and the break, the tea break. So for every other thing, we should be able to join. There may be, I don't know, I know there were some materials you said that were going to be online, e-copies, then there were some that will be physical copies. So I think those ones will be probably sent to us, maybe by bag, dispatch, or whatever means, the bags, all those other things. Then the aspect of the photograph you talked about, is there any way, anywhere around it? You know, that's just my question.
Okay. Okay, so majorly for those online, so everybody get to show their faces, and then we'll have a screenshot of their online presence. So you get to have that. Then for every other thing that needs to be catered for, yes, you will receive everything. And okay, perhaps if you require, maybe that will also serve. But you get everything, but you have a responsibility. If anyone that is not attending of bearing the cost of dispatch to his or her specified location. So if you're in Imo State, your preferred dispatch, whether you want to use DHL, FedEx, Nike, okay, some dependent on which of them, okay, you bear the cost of it, and then we dispatch accordingly, and then they bring to your location, okay. Question that someone is asking in the chat room, said, can someone collect a certificate from our office with letter of authority? The answer that you want someone to pick your package physically in Abuja, okay, and you have someone here, you only have to send the person, whether soft copy or hard copy, the person shows to us and you send us a copy, and then the person picks for you. All right. Okay, so I would like to say a very big thank you to everyone. Thank you so much for the time. So please, let's quickly do something. If you've not subscribed to our YouTube channel, please kindly do so right now. I'm posting the link in the chat room. The YouTube channel is that as soon as the program starts, you're going to get all the live updates on the YouTube. So even if you don't want to join on Zoom, you can always YouTube. So please, let's do that right now. If you've not subscribed, please do so right now. And we'll also encourage us to subscribe to the Facebook, the LinkedIn, the Instagram, the Twitter, and others. Thank you so much for your time, and we look forward to meeting us all on that day, November 30th to December 2nd. And December 1st, please, especially director, I know it will be a very tedious period for you. But even if you can make it just 1 or 2 hours, just come and show your face to the prophet. Okay. Okay. If you can show your face, there are quite a number of directors this period that are very, very busy because of end of the year programs. Okay. So we don't expect you to come all through, or at least you join us online and prophet, and then we'll bless you. All right. Thank you so much, and do enjoy a wonderful weekend. See you some other time. Bye-bye.